They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
So as an MLB scout, what is something you look for in a player? Like, and also, how does that vary from pitchers to fielders to hitters? Like, so you got to have an eye for talent. What does that look like? What grabs your eye as a scout particularly?
Well, with pitching, always the first thing you're looking at is speed, is velocity. How hard are they throwing? I know,
Their
like,
cheese.
yeah, exactly. And then, you're looking to see if they have some secondary pitches that are plus pitches or above average pitches. Makeup is a big part of it too. Of course, with the hitting, you want to look and see. Big thing now is exit velocity. How hard are they hitting the ball? Are they able to hit? Do they have good pitch recognition? Or some hitters don't have that. There's different levels of that, and there's speed, of course. Where can they contribute defensively? And again, it comes down to makeup. And the most important thing you have to find out, because there's been some players here who are definitely MLB caliber, and people, rated them very high, but do they want to go? There are superstars in Japan who could play in MLB. I don't know if there'll be superstars there, but could play there, but just really don't have the desire to do it. They're comfortable here.
Right.
It would be culture shock. They don't want to learn the language. They don't want to really ruin a great thing that they've got going here. Other players that are less caliber would die to go over and try to compete at the highest level.
So rank them for me. Easiest to hardest to scout. Pitchers, fielders, hitters.
Hitting is always the hardest because there's so many moving parts with the swing. Pitching's a lot easier, I think, because you have, your speed gun. You can tell right away you're eliminating people who, aren't hitting a certain velocity. But the hitting, but it's becoming easier now with StatCast and all of this recognition software that's out there, where you can kind of break down the swings easier and video and things like that. Yeah. Speed is speed. You got your stopwatch there.
Yeah.
And defense, you have to look at a lot of different things. There's a lot of moving parts with the footwork and things like, and read, on fly balls and just instincts and things like that. You're looking for instincts a lot with the defensively.
And baseball is a game of statistics. Always has been, always will be. There'll always be baseball nerds like us looking at stats. People who don't know what whip is, but they'll look at it. Slugging percentage, on base percentage, slugging plus on base percentage, all those statistics. So how important are statistics when looking at a player? But also, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure scouts passed on Derek Jeter because he didn't have the numbers, and then it turned out to be Derek Jeter. So as a scout, how do you try and balance the numbers of the player and the heart of the player?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's like getting back to academics, mixed methodology. You have the data, and then you have which is quantitative, and then you have the qualitative. There's certain intangibles that the data doesn't show. Like, does he have a good read on a fly ball? His arm, like a right fielder, does he have a strong arm? You really can't measure that with statistics. Okay. So I think both are important. We talk about in academics mixed methodology, using quantitative data, statistics, and qualitative, doing interviews, finding out about the player, makeup, things like that. So I think you have to look at both.
Do you look at marketability? Like, you see someone with the personality of Ohtani and go, kid, you need to go. Like, do you think of that aspect of okay, you are important to the game of baseball? Or is it just mainly it's too big, thinking too big?
Well, I think that comes later, but you're looking for the best talent and guys who can help, contribute to your team, and who can contribute to a major league team, especially if you're signing pros from Japan. You're not signing them usually for minor league contracts. These are big money signings, like Ohtani. Actually, Ohtani, they didn't have to pay that much for him because he's under 25 years old. There's new rules.
Oh, they got him on a rookie deal.
Right, right. But if he's over 25, like you Darvish, he got $57 million or whatever it was, crazy money like that, 59 million. You're looking for guys who can jump right onto an MLB team and help contribute or win a championship. Now, not so much in Japan because it's a little bit uh, taboo to sign amateurs or even scout them. There's kind of a gentleman's agreement between MLB and the Japanese league, like, hey, please don't try to sign amateur players or guys out of high school.
Mm.
We want them to play in our league first, and rightfully so. It would ruin the league in Japan if you had all the good players going right to MLB. Korea, there's more amateur signings, and Taiwan, places like that are maybe more open to it.